Hi everyone, welcome. Happy Dussehra. I hope I'm pronouncing this all right. How is everyone doing? Hi Shreya, how are you? How have you been celebrating today? Hello. I'll just get people some time to get on the live and feel free to let me know how are you celebrating today's day. I feel like it's kind of a big one from my little research. Hi BY new food. Oh wow, thank you so much for the super chat, Bobo and hi Sumit, happy to share. How are you guys celebrating? Let me know in the comments. We don't really have anything quite like it over here, so for me it's always interesting to learn. Namaste, Ashish. Always really good to know what it's like, and I'm hearing there are some rituals that people are doing. And yeah, I don't think we have anything quite similar here, but as mentioned, I would just say, yeah, let me know what have you done today, because I presume it's actually you guys are 2.5 hours ahead of me, so it's quite late now. But yeah, good to know what have you been up to today. I can tell you what I've been up to today. Today, like many of you, hi Arvin, how are you? Happy to share. I hope I'm pronouncing this correctly. But I actually went out to a bookstore, and you know how you guys have been asking me about kind of like Slavic tradition and paganism here. Oh, Ashish, you need to follow me on my Instagram. I actually gone and tried Indian food here in Bratislava. Apparently, it's the most authentic Indian food I could find. So I went to a restaurant like that, and I had like a little live going on. Yeah, so basically just check it out. My IG handle is Zuzana React, so you should be able to find me easily. I have kind of the same profile picture as on YouTube. I have not read Mahabharata, but I want to read both actually, and Ramayana as well. So, how did you guys enjoy Ramayana? Let me know. After 9 days of fasting, we enjoyed great food. Okay. Oh, Shreya, thank you so much. That's very, very kind. So, yeah, what is a great food, Ang? Like, what have you had? I think mango lasti, right? Like, that is my by far the most favorite thing so far. Uh, I did not try dressed. I'm sure that the food here is from the reviews that I've had, I think that Indian food here is perhaps not tasting as much, maybe as the food that you guys actually really cook back home, and maybe it's a bit more like many people, for example, say the Chinese food in the West tastes nothing like in China. So I imagine it might be quite the same for Indian as well. Hi, Nicole, how are you? Um, yeah, so. Yeah, I mean, I was a big fan of Mangolasti. I can tell you this much. So dal chawal is my favorite. Okay, I think I've tried dal. Actually, I made dal once for myself, and I quite liked it. Happy to share. Hello, Prasad. How are you? Good to see everyone. Happy to share. So I presume that everything is, uh, you must be like chilling, right? By now, like everyone's like cool, swimming at home, like doing not much, perhaps celebration. Encore, thank you so much for a super chat. Oh, Shreya, 100K celebration studio. I think that we are very far from 100K. Sorry, oh gosh, I kicked my camera. Um, But I think it's just so great that the family is growing, and I really appreciate you guys. The fact that you even jumped with me on the live is really, really nice. Hello, hello, Harsh. Hi, AJ. So nice to see you. I think I tried garlic bread. And I don't think I've tried butter chicken. Yeah. Please plan to visit Diva. Oh my gosh. Do you know what? This one. I want. That's one of the things that I would really like to do in India. So I really hope I get to. Hi, Suraj. Yeah, so many food dishes. I was just thinking that maybe I should do some Indian cooking and share it with you. So I cook and you watch that I eat what I cook based on your recipes. Oh, you're watching India cricket. Hasn't it happened? Or like, I think that there was like a big victory. I think it was over New Zealand. How are you guys feeling about that? Yeah, there are a lot of authors translated Ramayana or not. You know what? Oh my God, joking. Lucifer, what a nickname. Thank you so much for the super chat. I think for everyone, for everyone that wants to like give donations, please. I've just recently, literally a couple of days ago, created like a site. It's called Kofi, so you can like you can just give your like a little donation. I think it starts from $2, although it says like $5 when you get there. But feel free to use it there. I think that YouTube takes all the money pretty much of super chats. So yeah, butter chicken is less spicy. Coming to when am I? Yeah, coming to India. I really hope I can make it next year. So who is winning, India versus Pakistan? We're hoping India, right? I think it's a nice rivalry. I don't know. Can't speak right now. You describe the power of feminine energy, Prabhat. What do you mean by that? I'm actually quite intrigued. So when you talk about Vivian, about Ramayana and Mahabharata, I think, let me actually I'll find out what I was actually looking at buying these books today, and there was someone around Mahabharata. Um, there was like someone that is translating it, and I'll just yes. So basically, there are these authors by Krishna Dharma, and he has done translations into Mahabharata and Ramayana. So I was thinking of buying books from them. I am a citizen of Slovakia. I'm afraid to tell you. Ah, okay. Sumit loves cricket. Um, do you love black and blonde hair? Do you know what? The question is for whom? Like I don't think I have preference. I think we're both everyone's born unique, and I think we should cherish our differences. Um, so I think it just depends how you mean. So for example, for me, I like blonde hair. I've always been blonde, but when I was 17, I started going dark, and ever since that, for decades, I've been highlighting my hair because I felt like I've been blonde and I want to stay blonde. So yeah, and I wish there was a way to send me books. Phew, because I do books by Kindle. I tend to buy through Kindle because I'm the biggest bookworm of the entire planet. I feel like I even have two Kindles. That's something, right? So yeah, read Parva with a proper historical research. You'll get the PDF easily in Google. Okay, thank you, Elon Musk. Oh yeah. It's unofficial though. Interesting. Okay, so yeah. Oh, thank you, Ronaji. Thank you so much. That's very, very kind of you. Ravana Dole is burned today. It's victory of for good or evil. Yes. So, do you guys like go somewhere to burn the doll, or like from what I've gathered, it looks like there are different traditions all over India during this day. So, just curious to hear like what is everyone doing on the day. It's the way we can support her. She's oh Shreya, thank you so much. Gita Press is authentic book publisher. I just think it's about really what is available on Amazon. If you go to amazon.co.uk, it's kind of where I connect my Kindle account through. So if you look through there, and maybe you can recommend books through what you are able to see there, that would be helpful. Yeah, nearby grounds, Ravan is burned. How cool. Yeah. Like a large open field for okay, so what do you do, Aman? So you like all of you go and gather there? Like is there like a community of people that go comes together and does I don't know, a ritual? Yeah, I see Ashish, you are really a big supporter of Virat. Uh, oh, Ranaji, thank you so, so much. I can tell you, and I'll just quickly put this on the screen. It's, like because of my interest in spirituality, obviously, I would be very much interested in India. And yeah, but through me, when you see me reacting or responding, I think that you can see the gist or things that I'm saying is that we just simply do not know. We just, simply, hi. So we just simply do not know. And it's so funny, ever since I started this channel, it feels like I keep on talking to everyone about India. Or like, they're like, I don't know who I spoke to recently. And I said, I wish I knew what this was about right now. I can't recall. And I said like, no. India is not like this. India is like that. So I'm trying my best. I'm trying my best to, spread the knowledge of what I learned from you, all of that. Aditya, hi, welcome. And it's fun. It's really, I'm still trying to understand the culture, to be honest, and understand like how you guys think. And I think it's hard because obviously I haven't lived there and the mindset seems just really worlds apart. So I believe, oh, thank you, Surjit. Thank you. I hope with this comment, I wanted then to ask you guys, please like and share and subscribe to this video so we get more people joining and subscribing, so we grow our lovely family. Oh my gosh, I wish I was coming to Diwali. That would be like so, so, so awesome. That's one, and the color festival is something that I would be obsessed to go. Can you tell us anything about Slovakia mythology, Ranaji? Um, Good one today, you guys. You've been talking to me about like Slavic mythology and asking me what this is. So today I literally bought these two books, and it's like it's awesome. It has so much to do with Hinduism. It's crazy. Like there are so many references already that I've been reading on just a couple of pages on creation, and like Slavic god was called Rod, and he was also surprised to paradise sleeping. Yeah, so there are very many interesting things there. Impossible to understand because of your multi. I'm not being when rude. It's impossible to understand because of our multi-dimension. It's okay. Like it's not like I'm not taking it rude. It's fine. Like I know how diverse you guys are. The culture is so fair enough. I'm sure maybe there are some similarities, but yeah. I'm hoping that I could come to India at some point next year. Um, Krishna is a trusted translator. Yes. So, are we saying, Vivian, that I can read his Mahabharata and Ramayana? Can I buy these books? Because I almost did earlier today. I thought I actually did buy it before, but I don't think I ended up just downloading a sample to my Kindle. But if you guys feel like this guy is good, then I perhaps yeah, then I would perhaps buy from there. Ranaji Spisha is the best way to know about India. Yeah, that's kind of my main topic of interest, to be honest. It's very long, 3 to 4 hours to narrate it. Oh, Jesus. That is okay. So this is, I had no idea that this is kind of it apparently is hefty, but for example, just so you get the context here, so we are definitely being taught in schools like the Mahabharata and Ramayana are like the oldest kind of recorded, literature there exists. So for sure, I think that I actually know someone that read of some of these. Ha ha. Ranaji, you should read Immortal Talks. You'll be surprised. I've started a couple of days ago. Part one. Yeah. Cool. Yes, Sergio, I do want to visit India. Like when I do, I'm going to do lives for sure. I'm going to do maybe more of a vlogging than reactions. What is the name of what book? Oh, so you mean Nakul, the ones that I was showing? So it's like the gods of old Slovans, and it's kind of something else with the Slovans. So yeah. Yeah, absolutely, Amma. I think it was just so funny because I was catching up with another friend just like before live, and I was thinking like the concepts of what I'm finding here is just like so similar to all religions or schools of thoughts, and in a way we all talk about the same things in slightly different ways. So uh, yeah, Sanskrit perhaps very similar. I've seen a couple of videos on this one. Uh, Hi, Country Ball Stories. Rig Veda is the oldest scripture. I was thinking of, I don't know, but can I actually even get the Rig Veda somewhere online? That'd be nice. And you guys, please don't forget, share, like, and subscribe to this channel as we do live so more people can join in. So kind of what happens tomorrow, like when today's festival ends? What do you guys do tomorrow? Tomorrow we resume to business as usual, quote unquote. um yeah, let me know. India per capita is very less as compared to Europe because we face too many invasions from looters. Shivanand, I think it's just, I think the way the world works, like every nation has its own karma, right? So, empires rise, empires fall. It's like, it's all cyclical, very much cyclical. So I think there were certain, I think, forces that, for a certain civilization to fall, and then it's slowly rebuilding. I feel like it's nothing to be ashamed of or judge. It is just nature of sometimes how things are. Yeah, we need her. What do you mean, Ranaji? Oh, bless your soul. uh, oh, tomorrow for preparation. So when exactly is Diwali happening? I think maybe we should do like a little kind of catch up during that. It would be sometimes cool if maybe I could get some of you on live and you could maybe just show me with your phone what actually is happening where you are. I would love it. I would absolutely love it. Cleaning, fresh, while washing, painting takes place. Okay. 12th of November. Okay, so soon. Yeah, 7 times cheaper than Europe. Trust me, with the war next door, the prices are through the roof. Like everything is good 20 to 30% more expensive than it was. Like I have a favorite wafer here, and it used to cost like 55 cents, and now it costs like 80. It's just mental what happened with the prices here. And Of course, like the salaries of people did not, increase. So, just to give you an example, like if you are a retired person, you get your retirement like 500 euros a month. And out of that, you can very easily pay up to 300 euros for your bills. And then with 200 euros, 100 euros or more is easily your weekly shopping. And so basically, you will have money left for just 2 weeks for food out of four. It's mental. So we speak Slovak in Slovakia. 20 days after is Diwali. Okay. So basically, you guys do lots of festival on and off all the time. I love it. And my Unravel book is the best one to understand Mahabharata. Okay, but is it this Kartik? Is it this the guy that I had? Hang on, this guy Krishna Dharma. Is it this guy? Because he seems like, I don't know. He looked, his book looked good. We Niraj, I think I'll just put it here. But what kind of festivals are celebrated there? We don't have festivals. There's no such a thing. We don't have a concept of festivals. We don't celebrate anything. So it's like you just celebrate like things like Christmas, Easter. Now what we have is All Saints, like you guys have. It's not like Diwali, but All Saints means like in the West, you would know from the US. It's like Halloweeny kind of thing, but that was never kind of cultural tradition here. It's more like imported from the US. But it's a very sad holidays. We just go around graves of people that passed away, and we just light candles, and that happens 31st of October, so very very soon, and next week. And just a bit of a my uncle that actually passed away. He always said like, "Oh, this holiday is just a bit sad holiday." Please read Vedas. Global deep state is moving from US to India. No way, Elon Musk. It cannot be happening. I know all about it, and I kind of stopped following what's happening in the, different type of content world for that. But no, we have to we have to rise as human beings, and we have to spread a consciousness of love and kindness, so we eradicate all the negative forces. Okay, experience Japan. Okay, yeah, but but for us, it's about people that actually passed away. And when I was a kid, I really didn't like it because the weather get here. It's very like drizzly and it's cold, and it's just like the best time to catch a cold. So you as a kid, you don't really want to go around the graves and pray there for a bit and just be like freezing literally. Yes, animal reaction. I'm just trying to understand, but it just feels like researching Indian culture is like a lifetime project. It's just so varied. I mean, it's beautiful. India and Egypt is also about relation between ancient Egypt and Vedic. Oh, that's so cool. That's so cool. And today, I don't know if I've mentioned this in my other videos, but it's more for the spiritual crowd about the civilization of Mu. I don't know if you heard of Gaia TV. It's like a spiritual TV. It's kind of like a subscription, and they talk about ancient civilization, and they even had mentioned like when the Mu civilization. So it's kind of like they think that it was between so civilization Mu or Lemuria was like between the US and like around Hawaii and that kind of blank water field. But it's very interesting, and they also talked about like how people like when that civilization done went to different parts and also to India. So thank you, Ronaji. Thank you so much, everyone. Please do like, share, and subscribe to this channel and to this video. Oh, Suraj, thank you so much. You know what? Like, it's obviously nice to have the reward for your work when you see that people, people are actually coming to your channel, which is super sweet. But honestly, like, I'm having the best time, and I love to see many different points of views, and we absolutely don't have to agree at all times. I think what this world really needs is to agree to disagree and be okay with that. So, like, I feel like sometimes people just, like, when I don't agree with you, like, I'm not your friend type of thing. But it's not about that. We can have different views and different opinions, and I think it's just fine, as long as we're able to talk about it in a very healthy way. So, Bhagat, thank you so much for the super chat. I will look into the classical music. I think last time like, I would love to look into more music and movies, but the reacting to it feels a bit copyright challenging. So this is kind of why I haven't really looked into that. Although I watched Three Idiots, and today I was showing the clip from the speech at the uni, where he talks about, like, how he's screwing his students up. I just, like, I can always watch this and laugh my head off. Um, I want you to react on your videos and make some remarks. How do you mean, Kartik? Why Russia hates Europe? Although Russia, I don't think Russia hates Europe. I really do not know. It's so Shivana, basically, I think you have a simplified version. No offense to anyone. Like, you just put Christianity as, like, one big thing, and perhaps I could say maybe the same about Hinduism, like, one thing, but it's really not a thing. So, for example, I'm Lutheran. Slovakia is Catholic. Catholics and Lutherans don't really like each other. Russia is Orthodox. It's a completely different branch. They have totally different practices, and yeah, so it's not that simple within Christianity. You cannot just, like, say, because it's Christianity, Judaism is Christianity, is very different, right? So it's really not that simple. And to be honest, and I always have this conversation, and I know you guys, and feel free to support Russia as much as you like, but I recently spoken to Russian girls living in Slovakia, and she says it's way better than Russia, right? I think if you're rich in Russia, you have a great life, but she just says, like, yeah, she would never go back, and it's always the same sentiment. At least from the people that I meet from Russia, they never want to go back. I don't know. So for us, if you, let's say, ask us who would you want to be more connected with, the West is definitely way more developed than Russia is. Omi, I am from Slovakia. Hi, Harish. Why you have it in your hand? I am not married. I have rings. I like to carry them. Now it's presents. Yes, he is. Shivanaj. Yeah, no one. People don't really, like, if they can flee Russia, they leave Russia for sure. Suraja, thank you so much. What's my secret? I think not drinking or smoking. Like, I don't really like alcohol. Hi, Nicole. My uncle is Christian. He's Catholic, but there people don't know much about this. We just see Christianity. Yeah, and I think that's a challenge, because I see from the comments that you just, like, I've never heard anyone refer to Christianity as Abrahamic religions. I only ever first heard of that when talking to you guys. That's just absolutely not how we think or refer to it. Like, we think very much from our own perspective of a religion. So, for example, me being Lutheran, we don't kind of, I don't really like the word worship, because to me it has the weird connotations in my head, but we don't worship like Virgin Mary, and we absolutely do not rate Pope. where Catholics do that. They have gazillions of saints. We don't do that. Lutheranism is just very simple. You have a single God entity. Let's think about Brahman, and that's it. And you don't need a mediator between you and a God and 3,000 million saints. Or entities, but everyone is, welcome to do what they want to reach, God. So it's very simple, and then when you're part of a religion, I feel like it gets very egotistical. Like, I believe in this, you believe in that, but I'm like, what is the point? Let's just be nice to each other. Hey, JJ. Hi, Dinesh. Thank you. Sending much love back. You are graduated, Jesus, centuries ago. Yes. QWERTY, I actually have a master's degree in teaching. I am a teacher of like high to University of English and History. There are lots of Christian missionaries in India who are converting poor Hindus. I just sometimes, what I feel like, because I'm very much in, I mentioned a few times that I'm a life coach, etc. I've been in a self-help book world forever. I sometimes feel like people should first help themselves before they try to help others. If everyone could just heal themselves, the world would be a better place. ISKCON books, sit down. It's very interesting. There are so many people. They were just like sending me to ISKCON temples here in Slovakia somewhere. After 10 years, Britain will be called Islamic State of Great Britain. Honestly, Prabhat, I really don't think so. I really don't see it. I don't see it. I've lived there for more than a decade. We never care for Brahman ever, and we never even care for Brahman ever, and vice versa. That's very interesting. So we just see that you don't need anyone else, and it's just like one entity that is you and is within you, and you are within it, and you don't need to pray to anyone else, just to that. And what's your opinion? The Woo, many video. What's your opinion on India and India's culture? That I haven't even scratched the surface. That's kind of how I feel, and I'm trying to figure out the mentality. But as someone said, it's almost like a mission impossible. It feels very, in my head, it still feels exceptionally different to how people live and think here. And obviously even here we are different countries, right? So everyone, and like Germans are very different. Like if you ask me, I always laugh. If someone would ask me to live in Germany, I would say, if they would give me 10 million euros, I would say no, because I don't like their mentality. So yeah. Cool. Researching culture and publish your research paper. Yeah, I mean, who knows? I feel like India is really on the rise. I've started to observe it and see as another interest why I'm doing this. And yeah, and who knows? Maybe in the end, I'm gonna get into politics, which is absolutely not of my interest. But be a mediator between Slovakia and India. Richie, yeah, absolutely. How is the weather? I'm looking outside and I can tell you it's getting dark and wet and cold. It's typical autumn. Mangolasty, yes, we like that. That thing is communities are keeping the world. Why you want to gain so much knowledge? You know what? I just love to know. If you ask me, my number one value is knowledge. It's unexplainable for me. I just like to know as much as possible, especially on spiritual topics. No, you didn't. We never even worship or discuss Brahman. Remember, he said Brahman does not even care for the world. Yes. Yeah, it's just a different point of view, I'm afraid. Why do you English such a illogical language? No, harsh. I love English. I love it. Since I've been very early teenage years, I always spoke like Slovak or English. This is why many of my friends like really didn't like. But I think it's beautiful language. I love French too. Well, I don't speak any French. They have more tenses than they have in English, and in Slovakia you have three: past, present, future. And in English, we have many, many tenses, and France even more, and I can't deal with that. Um, if you go, I'm not catching up. Unless you're, Shiona, thank you so much. I really do not like my voice, just for the record. It's available in English, and please go ahead. If not, go with Krishna. Okay, Gita presses. Today I was even looking like if I have translations to Slovak or Czech, and yeah, they're kind of sold out, those books. So I think the easiest for me is actually to get something in English. I'm sure you get it, culture shock differently. Oh my god, yeah. I don't know. I'm very curious. You know what? When I went to Thailand, I didn't find it like what I found weird in Thailand was that we have breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and it's all different types of food. And it felt like in Thailand was everything was always the same. Like eating rice and chicken for breakfast felt very odd when you just eat either cereals or eggs or just something very kind of simple. So yeah. What is your accent? It's not offensive, but it's pretty close to Russian stereotypical English. Jesus. Okay. No, it's not offensive. I'm Slovak, so I don't pretend that I am anyone else who I am, and so goes my accent. Like I think from my studies, you can get natural accent until the age of 14. After that, you're not able to. Mahabharata Unraveled is very good. Okay. You're in reading Hindu philosophy. Why is this Ashtavarka Gita first? You know what I really thought of Rig Veda? Horishi, I love it. I am not a college student, but I do study as well right now, which is like a bachelor, another degree. Stupid me while doing all of this, and that is hectic. Arvin, good night. So good thing. What's like Shivanana? I don't think they think anything. I really don't think that there is much interest here. I'm afraid. Yeah. Yeah. Like evening. Yes, it is evening. It's like 5:30. 5:30 here. Oh, ta-da. Please upload 2 videos a day. If you guys sponsor me and you replace my salary, then I can. It's just very hectic. This YouTube doesn't seem like it's a lot of work, but it is a lot of work. So if I would at some point in time be able to do this full time, I would do totally original content. But I would start Patreon. I started this coffee because all these sites take like percentage of whatever. So if you send money, they take a percentage of it, including Patreon. So this is why I found this coffee as an alternative, and I haven't really thought this through, to be honest, quite just yet. I just kind of use it for you guys. If you want to, sponsor it, you can. I mean, if in time I'm able to for this to replace my full-time income, I'm totally game, and I'm coming to India. I'm staying there for 3 months and doing a lot of content with you and like meetups and what have you, because I feel like you guys have been so great and so supportive, and it's a wonderful community. But YouTube is a marathon, it's not a sprint. So yeah, it's kind of it's a balance that I need to strike as well in my life, because my life is pretty hectic. Because you are like British. I lived in London for like almost 13, 14 years, something like that. Rig Veda is based on Hinduism, yeah. Yes, I do, because I want to. Oh, there are many things that the reason why I write comments. I don't. I sometimes. So there's a lot of ads when I watch the videos, and I need to take time of when these ads appear, so I can then edit it easier out. Ramayana. Uh, Abhinav, I actually did 4 videos on that on the movie, so feel free to go and check it out. Sadina also worship Mr. Goddess's mother Kamakia. I have no idea. Rig Veda, and please read it under the one of interesting. I think. Do you know what? Shona, I think I saw it somewhere on Instagram today. I was like, wow, I did not know there was a goddess for that. Oh, we could have a book in 3 minutes. Yeah, the Swami, he's always coming up. It's one observe celibacy. Oh, Shahil, thank you so much. You know what is actually funny, because I love communication in a way where, so maybe you can relate, maybe you can't. When I started to work in London, and I worked in advertising for many years, I always appreciated when the business communication was very like succinct, which is like short, simple, to the point. And since then, I got really obsessed with that as well. So this is why, my interests are spiritualism, personal development, self-help, communication, psychology, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, it's kind of one of my key points of interest. So it's a sign of respect to women. Okay, interesting. Can Europe be good for higher studies? I'm sure. Like, if you're able to get to a good university, I'm actually, I think, I'm a rebel. I always say, like, my degree was waste of my time. If I was to do it all over again, I think I would do part-time studies, and I would still do it, but I would work on the side, because I feel like what the future is, it's very much certification based, and I will be surprised if if there will not be a complete, or like a big collapse of universities. I'm not saying that you will not have like people for law, or like big technical, professions that will still be required, but everything else, I think, will quite shift. I've done a lot of research into that. Um, Interesting. I will come to India. Yeah, goddess can get people from Arabic. I just when they hear about. You guys have a lot of gods and goddesses over there. It's really hard to keep up. It's really hard to keep up. Okay, perfect. So Elon Musk, let's just get controversial. So what do you think is happening in India? It's going to be happening in India. Are you talking about the digital currency? Because we all know what's going to happen when everything goes digital, right? We all know. We're all ready. Well, what is your point of view? What's your angle? Um, you know, so Sidan, I think for me, if I was young now, I would want to have experience first and foremost. And then, um, like Google has, by the way, if you guys want to study I've just worked with them actually. Google has certification programs, and they are now accredited in the UK in the really big companies. So I would go for like project management or digital marketing or something like that, but with also certification. But then, like for example, if you want to, let's say, so the skills of today are data development, marketing, yeah, pretty much, and then project management. And then for every single one of these, you have a project management institute that has its own certification programs. Then you have change management institutes that has certification programs. I'm currently studying things connected with like people profession, HR, and it has its own certification body as well. And but sometimes, you know, people will perhaps respect your degree, let's say if you've done a degree in HR, etc. But I feel like more and more people are just like really requesting certifications. So don't know, I would still maybe do like an undergrad in something, but I would then start invest money into these certifications that I've been observing a lot, looking at the many different roles and kind of work what's happening currently right now. And it's like Scrum Master, Agile, change management, project management, all these kind of things. Himachal Pradesh, no, I don't. How I learn English. The best way is to immerse yourself in the country if you can. The way I learned English, actually, funny enough, when I started working in English, I think this is when my English first time improved. I actually even once had an English boyfriend, and the fact that I had a boyfriend did not help. Working in English helped. Ta-ta-ta. Ta-ta-ta-ta. Small Europe inside India. Tell me da phase warfare there is no working on. Data is the base for generation warfare, and India is already working on it. Okay, interesting. It's like it's really scary, Elon, how things are going to be going. To be honest. Aman, it's very kind of you. I'm far from the decade. But nowadays, Europe works like a single unit. But why European countries were fighting among themselves? Is there any ethical issues? No. No, unicorn, we weren't fighting between each other. I mean, like, there were world wars, but you had, you know, Hitler. He just wanted to kind of take over the whole world. And I don't know if many of you know, but the official language of the US by one vote was English. If not, it was supposed to be the second was German. So if during the World War, America was German, we would have a completely different world right now. I don't know if any of you know that. So you know, so there were wars. And I think what I'm trying so hard, Unicorn, to explain to everyone in India that this part of the world, even though you think it's like one, it's very very far from it. Like where I live, Slovakia, Czech Republic, Hungary, Poland, totally different countries that to, let's say, Germany or France or Spain or Portugal. Very very different mentality, everything's very different. And yeah, we kind of don't agree with many things. So yeah, maybe European Union takes like a single approach, but man, they're strong anti-Europe voices, and sometimes I feel like maybe Europe is not even going to survive the whole union. I feel like the union should just be the trade and free people movement, and everything outside of that should just be handled by legislation of each nation. Why there's so much divorce in Western culture? I have no idea. I maybe I have an idea. I think the more intellectually evolved you get and the more capitalistic you get, you things happen. I feel like people really need to first love themselves and get to know themselves and appreciate that you evolve and change throughout the life. So I always explain, like, if you have two people that don't know each other and trying to work themselves out, working together. It's a recipe for a disaster. So yeah, yes, I am a life coach and I love it. I don't know if you guys, if you would be interested in life coaching, if this is a big thing, but for me, I do like a life and career coaching as well. But India has more than 200 languages. Yeah. Have you planned to open a WhatsApp channel? Animal reaction, I did not, because I really don't like WhatsApp. It's I am I'm kind of against WhatsApp because it takes all the information from your phone, from all the apps on your phone, and I'm like, why is one app really needing all the information? I would be maybe more keen on doing more like a Discord channel, if anything. Yeah, most Indians know at least 3 to 4 languages, so yeah, that's I think it depends. And I've just had a discussion with a friend of mine. It would be, the way I look at it is like, if let's say I'm married to an English guy and we live in Sweden, the expectation is that the kid speaks English, Slovak, and Swedish on a very, very much native level. So it's easy when you have that background. It's much more difficult when you are Hungarian and you're just trying to learn 2 extra languages, which are culturally and they're very, very different. So for me, for example, we understand Czech a lot because we grew up with this, but actually Czech and Slovak are quite different languages. And I would never speak Czechs and Czechs would never speak Slovak, but when Czechs speak, we understand, and and vice versa. Girl who's promoted Renee Lin. No, I don't. No, I don't. Wow, Nitin, I can't. I mean, I understand. I understand Polish. I understand some Hungarian, some German. So inherently little. Oh, life coach. Oh, so life coaching. It's kind of like the reason I think why it's popular, and many people misunderstand this in the West still, and this is where I get a bit irritated because I did a proper, really long qualification for this, and life coaching is not regulated industry, at least not in the West, and it's about helping someone to get from A to B faster than they would. So for example, someone, let's say, want to progress in their career, but they really don't know what's going on. So the way you kind of start it's a form of questioning. It's like a therapy, but it's not a therapy. Like, I would not be a therapist, but if you're able to, you kind of reflect to the to your client what is going on, and you're able to, at least I've done like a diploma in transformational coaching. So for me, you're able to, let's say, get results and very easily 4 sessions, 4 to 6 sessions, depends what is the thing that you want to be working on. And yeah, and the point of a life coach is that you don't need one anymore, that you're going to get some tools during those conversations. But what people really don't get is that life coach can never tell you what to do, because they believe that people are not inherently broken and they have all answers within them. And it's my job just to question people in the right way, so they see where maybe they're stuck in their thought patterns. And so imagine that you want to get, let's say, a promotion in a job. With a life coach, you can do it perhaps in 2 to 3 months. On your own, it might take you a couple of years. So I guess what you're paying is that the shortening of a span. Oh, Vishal, thank you so much. We're gonna get there at some point for sure. What's Slovak people think about India? What Slovak people think about Russia? Very honest, no one likes Russia. It's a look. They've done us a lot of harm. I think I'll leave it at that. What is the main culture difference between East and Western Europe? Vijay, I think it's the fact that we are us and I don't consider myself Eastern Europe because I'm Central Europe. Eastern Europe is like Ukraine and stuff. But we are underdeveloped and they are developed. So we are being looked up upon like a cheap labor force, like prostitutes. I think that the perception has changed over the years. Polish people have a really bad rep in the West, really bad. If you're Polish in the UK, it's gosh, maybe I shouldn't be saying that out loud, but I'm telling you the truth, the flat out truth that no one's going to tell you. It's not good. It simply is not good. People look at you different, so we're looked at like we're behind. And then you say, and I'm like, and this is where I side with you guys when the Western countries are the colonizer countries, and this is the reason why they are advanced is because of looting and all of that. And they would then close the borders when Europeans started and all that kind of jazz. And it's just like they feel like that they're better than. And I think that the mentality is still that they're better than, and we have to work 10 times harder just to be where they are, or not even close. That's kind of what it is. Yeah, Haminashu, I honestly, if you had Russian troops walking into your territory and trying to capture people and reinstate terror, you perhaps would think different. I'm sorry, we have different experiences with that country. So names of girls. Yeah, I mean, we actually, I don't know if you have that in India, but we have a calendar, and every day in the calendar has a name to it. So let's say 11 August is my name day. It's so the name attached to that day is Zuzana, and this is like a second birthday, so we celebrate it as the birthday. And yeah, and you have a boy and girl names. Do you follow your ancient ancestor? No, I don't. Lots to learn, Ram Ram, for sure. Okay. They don't last. Nowadays, that works like a single needed cocoa, but it needs more population to make. Yeah, Europe has aging population. I think it will not survive without migration. It's a much better movie than you watched. Yeah, no worries. But I don't really take offense about how Germany was built on Vedas. Oh, I know some sort of crazy theories how Hitler was connected to, you would think that I'm batshit crazy. If you guys don't think that I don't have an open mind, you would be surprised. You would be surprised. Feeling being terrorized, and this still happens when you're strong, which makes you feel, yeah, but Aman, we're part of NATO. So it's very different. I have no idea why Europe people, because Shivana, I will tell you why. Because people don't want to have babies because life here is so expensive. And in Slovakia, we are the second poorest country right now in European Union, by the way. Sadly, like our last government did us like big number on us. We were getting really good, and then yeah. What's the time right now? It's going to be 6 o'clock, and I think we will be ending the party. Yeah, I thought I didn't think I would be staying on for so long, to be honest. So yeah, culture sorts of related things. Soraya, I love all things ancient, all things that you can never truly discover or know fully the truth or what happened. To me, it's fascinating. I think I tend to think that, I don't know if you ever heard of this, like there's this soul theory. I feel like I'm a very old soul, and yeah. And I just kind of love that knowledge. If I could just do spirituality all my life and, like have a channel that just talk where I talk about all things spiritual, bring on spiritual people, that would be my life for sure. Yeah, Shivam, you are a bit late to the party. I thought that I would finish half an hour ago, but then like lots of comments kept flooding. But I feel like it's getting also very late over there. So I think with that, I want to end this live, you guys. Again, thank you so much for your support. And I really love to engage with you on the live and also in the comments. And with that being said, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your evening. I'm sure going to eat right now. And I'll catch you on the flip side in my next video. And until then, do take care as always, sending much love. Bye-bye.